Podcast. I am your host, Stephanie Ann Webb. And on today's episode, I have my friend and fellow podcaster, Shelley. Hi, Shelley.
Hey, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for coming on the StephUp podcast. And I met you through, I was like, basically my whole season so far is people I met on Noon Vibe,
You're amazing,
but I met
Stephanie.
you
You're
on Noon Vibe.
amazing.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, I met you on Noon Vibe, which is this audio app where people do live talks, and it's a health and wellness app. And you coming on different talks and sharing so much of yourself has been very helpful for so many of us. And I just want to take the time and say I appreciate you so much for being so real, so authentic, and courageous because that's hard.
Very. Oh, yes. Oh, it's very hard. Extremely. Like just to be able to go on live like that. Oh, yeah. That was not easy.
No.
And I think it does get easier, but even there's times where you still get nervous about it. The audio is getting easier for me, but no, that was very hard because you
Mhm.
like I've talked to you about that. You're thinking they're not gonna like me. I'm not gonna sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The judgments that we have on ourselves and what we
The
think other people
criticism that you start doing on yourself, and that's not usually how it goes, actually. People start responding in a good way.
Yeah. And the topic I wanted to talk to you today was about these the growth that we go through in these steps that we take. And so I just wanted to ask you, can you share a little bit about part of your journey and like you when you start coming up and talking like on a live talk or starting your podcast, what did that feel like? Because before you kind of felt like, did you keep yourself small when before
As
coming up
you
and
talking
doing
about
them?
before I started like this, or just when I was starting with my own small talk, like the talks I was doing. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
so you started your podcast recently, Simply
R-
Shelley.
Right.
But before that, even on like on Noom Vibe, where people do live talks and people can come up as guests, you came up as a guest. And I know
Right.
that was that the beginning where you started showing up. Was that scary when you first
Oh
did that?
yes. Oh yeah. No, that was actually um oh yeah.
So be
Not I mean honestly being on live, I was doing a lot of the live TikToks and stuff like that last year to help me with that. And some situations kind of came up, and I had to make the choice to stop going live, and which is very discouraging. I'm still battling it because I want to go live again on sunsets. That's what I was doing, and I did it to try to overcome, and that was nerve. I mean, I was nervous every time I did that because you're just like, but then it had been a while, and then going live like on Kristen's or anybody's, I was nervous because there's amazing people that I'm listening to as they go live. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what I say is going to be irrelevant. It's not going to make, any sense. I'm from the South. Like, what are people going to think, right? Like, if you're talking on these platforms and the ones coming up are just amazing, they have so much wisdom. And even if they're trying to go through their own, what are people really going to think? Yeah,
yeah, that can be those limiting beliefs we have about what we think other people are thinking. But I
pretty
remember
much.
you mentioning your accent that you were like, "Oh, I'm from the South. People might not like my accent." And I find that you sound like Southern comfort and hospitality.
Thanks, Steph. You're always so amazing.
And
You're always so encouraging.
well, so are you.
You're right. A lot of people actually have responded good in that. Like they'll go, "Oh, I love your accent," or so. I guess in your mind, it's usually not what's going to happen what you're thinking it is. But we all sound different, though. When I started realizing that, I'm like, what am I so concerned about with my voice? I mean, we're all from different places. We're all going to sound the way we grew up, obviously. And isn't that what it's about? Because podcasting is so big and um, going on these apps and bettering yourself, and that's what it's about because it reaches everybody, you know? So everybody's going to be different and sound different.
Yep. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can turn it off. It's not for them.
Exactly. I started going, okay, they don't have to listen. I mean, they don't. It's okay. I mean, my feelings, well, my feelings won't be hurt. I mean, obviously, I can't make you listen. I can't make people like me. I can't make them comment or, you know what I'm saying? I can't make anybody do anything. So, and you start just going, okay, just go for it anyway, Shelley. Just do it. Like, talk. You'll be okay.
Is that so when you started doing your TikToks, is that why you wanted to just get out there and
Pretty
do
much.
something different?
Yep. That you just said, yep. Because at 50 something, when you have never tried anything, you've gone your whole life not, I mean, basically being feared of everything. And you finally are like, okay, I might be feared, but now I'm going to do it. I'm going to break over this. Like, I mean, I went live because also I love sunsets. I love nature. I want people to see beauty that they might not see. And that happened a few times actually with that. And I would say things I saw in the clouds as I was like just holding the camera, and people loved it. Like they really did. And because I'm passionate about it. So I wanted, it was hard for me to look at myself. I'm just going to say it on camera. Like it's hard for me to see this. Yeah, it is. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's other people that they don't, it's a struggle to see yourself on camera. Like I want to get better. I think it will get easier if I did it more. So when I was doing TikTok, I mean, you're opening yourself up wide on that. I mean, I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden I had people coming all the time. Like every time I would go live, they were like, this is so cool. This is so neat. And it just became, it was really cool actually. And I'm hoping to actually start doing it again because I really miss it. Yeah. So,
Like the picture behind you.
well,
Sun
I did that.
sunset.
Yep.
Did you draw that?
Yeah. Oh no, I just got
Oh,
it. I like bought it. I want to be this. That actually is something too. I want to do my sunset. I want to actually make picture. Like I have beautiful pictures and I want to develop them and you can do all kinds of stuff with them. And I actually really want to do that really bad because I'm really good at it,
that's
you know?
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I I can so relate because and I don't know if this is our generation because we didn't really grow up in front of the cameras all the time. And
dang, exactly.
when our parents did, I me and my sister would kind of hide our faces or like especially as we were in teenagers,
Right.
right?
Right. Exactly. Like we didn't have the cameras and the podcasting and um just like Kristen has said so many times, if I would have had this a long time ago, I would have been a lot quicker getting things. I mean, it's true. The resources, the just things that we have now, we didn't have that.
Right.
So
Kristen
then we're,
Kristen Brown is our friend and mentor and life coach and motivational speaker that you're referring to. She's
yes.
actually she's been on my podcast, so
She honestly is one of the reasons, and you guys and all the people I've listened to, um, she would always say, like, just go for it. don't let nothing, she would tell, like she says that all the time. And I started going, okay, like, all right. And then when you hear people going live and they're talking, you're like, okay, Shelley, come on. All right, let's pick yourself up regardless of what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
And
so
and
yeah.
now look at you. Like, yeah, the first time you start doing that thing, that's scary, right? And you're not even
It-
sure. You kind of might want to back out at first.
oh, I've been a wreck for a minute. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I was like, okay, I can do this. I got this. And it means a lot because you take pride and work really hard at what you do. And I don't want to let you down. Nobody wants to let the person that they're inviting you on their podcast that they work very hard at. You don't want to let somebody down, you know. You don't want to disappoint somebody. You don't want to be like, wow, okay. I thought she was gonna talk more. I want to do good because I look up to you. You were
Oh,
one of the first persons, actually about the only one that I called, and you were talking to me for hours.
yeah.
That's what you do. You put in effort with people so that they will feel encouraged. And I called you, it's for you to help me, but it became just amazing because we got to know each other. It became more of a talk than anything, and you didn't have to do that. Like
Mm.
people like you that do that and you make an effort, it all comes back around in a good way.
Oh, I appreciate that, Shelley. You know what's funny? I worked at a call center at a bank for 7 years. I told you about this. And the most, like, I didn't really like it, obviously, but the most fun I ever had was when I just got to have conversations.
Right.
But I would get in trouble because you're supposed to be fast. And I remember what my when and I still have this friend to this day. She would call in. She was staff with the bank and they would call in to us. And we're still friends, keep in contact. But we became friends when she would call in and we'd just start chatting. And one time we talked for 30 minutes and my manager was like, Stephanie, you need to stop talking so much.
That would be me. That would definitely be me, like getting in trouble because I'm sitting there talking to somebody so long. I do
Oh,
that
yeah.
constantly.
That
I
was the best
mean,
part of the job. I'm like, I don't care about the rest of the bank stuff.
right. It's like I would have forgotten while I was okay, I'm at work. Exactly. Because that's happened in public where like I'll just start saying something in the store. And I was in there a good hour and a half one day talking to this lady. And then she was just around. I mean, it was like it went from she was looking at something like I was looking at or something. And we was just talking about everything. And she was older. And it was just like, wow, okay. I was good. Like that's what I did. Like I was talking and asking her stuff. And
That's wonderful.
yeah,
And you're so relatable and fun to have conversations with. And that's you're drawing people in with that. And that's one of the things like your energy is drawing people in, right? And who you are and you showing up is so awesome and important. And so, like, when you started taking that step, like starting the TikToks and then on Noonbar, when
right.
you went on live and as a guest on Live Talk, and it's so scary, and you're like, people are going to hear me, and we start thinking, comparing, well, so and so said this, and I didn't say that. But we do it anyways. And that's
Yep.
going to take us to the next step. And now you've started your own podcast.
Right.
And you never would have done that if
It's
you didn't start originally.
nope. I don't think I would. Honestly, you're right. And I was like, we go, so much goes in our mind because we're like, what if I'm not speaking right? And you're supposed to speak a certain way, like we were talking about earlier. And if you don't do it this way, you're gonna look like a fool. And you're not really you're gonna, if you can. get to one person, then you've done an amazing job. If one person can hear you on your message that you're talking about, if one person, no matter what it's about, then you've helped. But you want to help a whole bunch of people, and you will, but it's just about like that one person will relate. There is somebody out there that understands what I'm talking about. They can relate. They don't feel so alone now. They get it. They're like, wow, this lady's talking about this, and I needed to hear it at that moment. Because sometimes the things we hear is what we're supposed to hear at that time.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I felt like that many times. I would start talking about something. I'm like, oh, I sound so stupid. And then people would message me and say, thank you for sharing.
Right, exactly.
What? Okay, I guess I was meant to share that, even though I felt like I was blabbering on, right?
Right, exactly. Right. Like, but you speak amazing. Like, you're so good at it. I mean, I know you've been doing it for a while, but you really are. Like, your energy, your soul. I've told you that when I started talking to you, I instantly could feel it. I just have that. I think I have that gift. I pick up on that
You're
even around
intuitive.
me. Oh, big time. Like big time. I feel energy.
Yeah.
Like I feel it. I don't, it sounds crazy. People are like, how do you do that through the phone? You can.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking to people like this, you can feel it. I mean, you can tell, and you want people to be better. You want people to go do what they want to do. And you encourage, and I mean, it's just cool. Like, and it meant so much to come on here.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I can have you on. And it's so important to really, like you're saying, to encourage each other because, and I believe you and I have a similar story in that a lot of times we were squashed or shamed or blamed or like put down. And so all I ever
Yep.
wanted, and like what we put out is what we always wanted. All I ever wanted was people just to like see beyond maybe the mess I was and see what I could be. And I did have people
Right.
do that, but it wasn't as much as I have now. And so having that speaking encouragement to people will lift them up. And then they start to see, oh, wait, I can do things, right? And then you feel so good because you're like, oh, yeah, I'm giving you what I never got.
Pretty much. I mean, that's exactly it. You, we all have a voice. That's my biggest thing now is we all matter because so many of us don't feel that way. And I know like how it feels to be called fat and you don't look right, or you're too tall for a girl, your feet are too big,
Oh, jeez.
your toes look gross. Oh yeah. And I mean, it's not just, and I mean, I know, I get it. I mean, I just want people to know I get that.
That's
Like,
so
and
weird. It like to me, I see you and I'm like, Shelley is gorgeous. And your
oh,
hair looked like you
thanks.
just came from a salon, like I said to you.
Well, I told you earlier, I know I'm looking all gleamed and tan. I've been at the pool, like it's 90 something degrees here, so I got burned yesterday a little, but I do. I'm out, I've been outside a lot. So yeah, that's what I told you. I was like, it ain't flushing, thank gosh. But it's just being outside and being at the pool and like, and I've met some amazing people. Like, and it's crazy how you'll ask God for stuff and it don't seem like it's working because it's been a while and I've been asking him to put people in my life that are supposed to be there to let me at least have friends or make connections that are around me because I have all you guys. There's so many that don't live here. It would be amazing to have the people that I've gotten to know by me all the time. I wouldn't ever feel alone. Are you serious? Like
We should have our own
I would have
compound.
plans all the time. I'd be like, okay, Stephanie, Michelle, like, I'd be like, let's go. What are we doing? Um, and I was always asking like and then I started going to the pool, and of course I don't have a problem talking to people. And I mean, I really don't. That's what's crazy. I'm actually very outgoing, but I am criticism on myself. So I don't like the camera and I don't like the recordings, um and I've been meeting people the last couple days, and it's amazing. And I've already got her number, this girl, and she goes through so much like me. She's younger with a daughter, but they're just amazing up there. I was encouraging a mom, like she had a baby a couple months ago, and the dad has like six other kids, is not around, and she's like, but they're so amazing. Like
Yeah,
it's been so fun to get to know them.
that's awesome. And you're sharing your light. You're reaching out to people. Like that matters. I was always very shy, and now I have no problem talking to people. I'll talk to strangers all day. But
See, I don't see that. I do not see it. Like, no, not that.
but when
That
I was younger, I was like, I would see people just talk. I'm like, how do they just go up and talk to somebody or just, you should see me
right,
at the pool. I go to the pool and my buddy Don, he's like 79 years old and like I'm like, "Yay, Don, let's chat." It's really
right.
funny.
No, I don't. Like, I do. Like, I always have been outgoing. I think there's been some times in my life where if I pull back, and I have said that a few times when I've gone and I isolate, it is not a good thing for me. When I do that to myself, no, it does not end well because I don't do well with that. But I feel like when you're dealing with stuff, you think that's what you're supposed to do, and it's not really helpful. It's not a good thing for me to do that.
Yeah.
Um, because I really, it's like when you do have such a passion to want to help people, and if you can just encourage them and tell them, like I told that girl, I told Sarah, I was like, you are a good mom. Don't ever forget that. Like you are a good mom. Cause she's like, it's so hard. The baby's only like 6 months and she has her mom and everything. But I was like, you're a good mom. So don't ever forget that. Don't let nobody ever tell you. And I was encouraging her because she gets discouraged. She'll ask her friends for advice and they're all telling her all this stuff. And then her baby's not doing that. I said, hold up. I'm going to tell you right now, don't you ever let nobody discourage you. Every kid is different. Everybody moves just like adults. We all move at different times. And when we want to, don't let that bother you if she's not where they keep telling you she should be.
Yeah.
Because you'll get, don't let those opinions and I know they're trying to help you, but don't let that think make you think you're any less of a mom because your child is not doing what their kid is or they think a kid's supposed to do. Just like adults, right? We're supposed to do a certain thing. I mean, I hear I'm at 50 something. Well, why'd you start so late? You question it. Like, am I too old to do anything? For a while, I was saying that to myself, and I still catch myself doing it. I'm too old to do all this. Am I being ridiculous? I kind of told you that. Am I being ridiculous? I mean, what am I going to do? What is my voice going to matter when there's millions of people doing the same thing? But it does.
Mhm.
It matters. You have to know it matters to yourself more than anything.
And actually, I was just having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about planting seeds. You don't know what what you say could mean the world to somebody. I remember
Exactly.
things that somebody said. They probably forgotten it, but I'm like, I remember when somebody said this to me and how that, well, it goes both ways if you remember all the negative, but the beautiful positive things that people encouraged over time, you never know how that could really just help
You
someone.
don't. You really don't know. Like, and when you start telling yourself you can't do it, you're not going to do it. And that's another thing. As long as you keep saying you're not going to, you won't. because I
Right.
never moved anywhere. I mean, as long as you keep saying you can't do it, you're not going to do it. I
Yep.
mean, you say you can do it, and like I have stress, so I'm like about resources and how am I going to really start this business with my pictures, and I need a better camera, and I need to take a few classes to better myself in it. And um, I'm not the best at technology, and I've covered all that. Like I've been saying it, and I'm still at a place where I'm like, okay, are you really gonna be able to do something like that? But I'm the other day I say, Shelley, you're gonna figure it out. It'll come as it needs to come. And it might be right now your talks and using your voice, talking about different things. That might be where you're at now. And then the sunset whole thing is gonna come back. Cause I even went Facebook Live the other day almost. Cause I'm like missing it because you can help people through that by just putting your phone to the sky
Hmm.
because they're like, wow. Because sometimes people don't take a minute, right, for themselves, or and they see that they're like, okay, then they stop and they take a minute when they're normally not. They're always so on the move, and then there's things that I'll say and I'll talk about it, and they're like, wow, you know, and you can touch people in so many amazing ways because it's already happened that way.
And you're helping people because they're on their phones instead of looking at the sky. And you're helping them
Right.
say, look at the sky.
I had, yeah, and they're just kind of like, wow. So, because some people, I love it. So people just don't, s- they don't take it the time to see what's really around them. And that's okay. Because not everybody's like me. I love nature. I mean, my plants, I'll find any beauty to take pictures of something when I'm outside. Like there was a lizard the other day on the railing, and I'm like, oh, picture time. And I'm just taking pictures of this green lizard. I mean, you know, because to me, it's neat. You're capturing like you're taking that picture of a lizard that normally, is on the move, and you can't take a picture of them when they're running. And you see, does that make sense of where I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes real deep for me. I know I could talk forever about it, but yeah, it goes deep.
There was something you were saying about how we want to start something, but that we're thinking, I need to take a class or I need better camera.
Yes,
Maybe I don't have the money.
right,
Maybe I don't have this and this. And that can really stop people. But one
true.
thing that always helped me because and we're sold so much online, right? You need this, you need that. And sometimes if we don't
You're right.
we think, "Oh, uh do I?" But what helped me was just start with um start with where you are. You're doing the best you can with what you've got. And
You're
hey,
right.
I've got this. I'm starting here. And then you never know. Maybe you're gifted a camera. Maybe you meet somebody
You're
who does
right.
art, right? Like it's
You're so
amazing how
right.
these steps can grow us.
Like my whole thing, honestly, is I have beautiful pictures on my phone. The issue is because I've actually already tried to go to somebody that could print things for me, and but my pictures aren't, what do you call it? The megapixel or whatever it is, it's supposed to
I don't
be.
even know.
It's not high enough for something from my phone pictures because the things I post, they're all from my phone. People don't believe some of the things I've done on my TikTok, those are actually taken from my phone, and people are just blown away. They're like, "That is amazing that you can like take pictures with your phone that beautiful." You know, because I'll take thousands of shots just to get that one.
Wow.
Just like lightning. I mean, where I can see it now from my balcony, I'll run out there. I probably shouldn't do that, but when it's streaking, I want to see if I can capture it. Take that one picture, that one video of that lightning going across the sky, because that's very hard to get.
Yeah.
And I spent like 2 hours one night, like just to like And I did. I've called it a couple times, and I'm like, yes. And I'm sitting there forgetting I'm recording, and I'm like,
And that
but
shows the
yes.
passion you have,
Oh, I it's
right? That's
if people
exciting.
can probably tell, I have a big passion. Like that picture right there. I mean, I just bought that, but that I capture that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is something that I really love a lot.
And that passion then drives you
It's
to
so
do whatever
true.
you
Oh
want.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I've run up there a few times, like where I go when I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a good one. I gotta go. Like, and get it and try to take a picture of it. But yeah, you're right. You don't ever know. Like when I keep saying I have to do all this stuff to better, you don't know. You're right about that. Like how it can work out
But it's
when
also
it's
you thinking like in the future because you're excited about this and you're thinking of the possibilities too. So it's like, but
right.
if you ever get stuck, I know I got stuck way too many times in these things. Like, I can't do it because if anyone out there does get stuck, just whatever helped me was just like, I'm starting with where I'm at.
Yeah. Or yeah, like the big microphones and things like that. Like we get all discouraged. Like we got to have that big microphone sitting in front of us, and we've got to look all together.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? No flaws. Let me not drink water and let me just stare at the camera and okay, I'm going to help people this way. Are you? Probably
Well, and
not.
that's one
Because
thing.
people can feel energy. A lot of people can pick up when they're listening to you. They know. They do. A lot of people are like, okay, she's in this, just be here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not, people can tell.
Yeah. And I went to ask you about your podcast, Simply Shelley. Can you talk a little bit about it?
It's all audio, and I mean, it's through our app, but you can, if you just, I'm actually being posted on all the platforms like Spotify and app. Like, I think like everybody, I have to look on the other ones that are on there. But if they just type in like the website and my name, it'll come up. So they don't have to download the app or anything like that to go listen to all my talks. It's all different topics. I mean, it's just what comes to me. I don't really plan. I start recording. Like, and they're really short. Some of them are only a few minutes long.
Yeah.
They're not real long ones because I was getting overwhelmed trying to just start from Spotify or SoundCloud because you're thinking you got to talk 30 minutes. At first, there was no way. Like I was like, but when I was able to only have like that 5 minute one, and even if you don't go to five, I felt more motivated. Like I felt like I could talk for a few minutes, but some of them started getting longer. Like I've been able to almost go 12 minutes, I think, on one of them. And because we get in our head too that we're rambling and we keep talking about the same thing and we're not, what am I going to really talk about? How can I talk that long? So we get ourselves overwhelmed. So I liked that it was only 5 minutes because now I was like, okay. And then it's just different topics. I mean, some of them are anxiety and stuff that I deal with. And one was just in general, how retail is not the same anymore. Because I was so mad when I went one day. I was so irritated when I went to Macy's, right? And people just they don't want to be there. So I was just so furious. So I just clicked it on there. I was like, I'm gonna do one on retail. It's not the same anymore. Like I miss that. That's what I was talking about. I've talked about just encouraging people so they don't feel alone. I mean, it's been really fun, honestly.
Yeah, you sound like you're having fun.
I really am. I love it. I really do. And like today, I couldn't do one. I was just all nervous and stuff and thankful for this. So I couldn't think today. I was like, okay, Shell, you be good. I do love it. And I've had some days where I'm like, you can relate, Stephanie, because when I could hear you on Kristen's, I was like, she gets it. You remember that because I messaged you and I was like, man, like
Yeah.
what you just said, because I felt like I was the only one that ever dealt with that. And you would get on there and talk about how it felt and you were discouraged and you thought, why am I doing this? Am I really going to be good at this, or you would just talk about your struggles and how you still do that. Like you'll still put things in. We have days, and I had that day the other day where I was like a wreck. And I thought, am I being ridiculous? Am I really going to be able to do this? I mean, what do you know what I'm saying? You question everything, but that's not healthy either.
No, and this is like what I'm so passionate about. One of the things is let's just be human because I
Exactly.
I would struggle and then I would get, well, I don't struggle with that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm the only one. But then it was the first time I was in my 30s when I first found out I had anxiety my whole life because we didn't know what that was in those days. And I
Right.
was working at the call center. And when I was learning about this, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, this is why I struggled. And I shared it. Now, some people were like, why are you talking like that and bad about yourself and blah, blah, blah. And,
Right.
but I'm just like, I'm just trying to share why I feel like I do. But one of my friends who I never thought had anxiety, she, we had a conversation. She goes, "You're the only person I can share with because you talk about it, I feel like I'm safe with you." Because I'm
Yep.
not going to judge her because I was talking about the same thing. And that's where I realized
Yep.
it's important to share so people
Yep.
know that they're not alone.
Yep. Because that anxiety can be really hard.
Yeah.
And I don't take medicine for it. I just don't want to do all that because I just didn't like how I felt with it. And it can be it can really put you down. Like, I mean, you're exhausted because it your body's just, I mean, I'm learning. There's still days, but I felt calmer. I'm starting to feel calmer. I said that on Kristen's the other day. I mean, when I started listening to her, all you guys are a blessing. She is a blessing because it started helping me when she go the breathing, meditations, and when you really start putting that into work, wow, it does work. I mean, like when people say, when she'd say it all the time, does it really work? Yeah, you have to do that. You have to find those things that help you calm down because I would be so like this all the time, just like so wound up that I didn't couldn't think for my own self. And I was just like, man, this is draining me. There's got
Yeah.
to be some ways I can calm down, learn to just stop. If I feel it coming on or something's starting to bother me, just stop. Like literally, and that's what I'll do. I will literally just like, okay, you're gonna be fine, Shelley. You're gonna be all right. Like you're gonna take a minute and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna be all right. You know, before I didn't do any of that. And then when I mean, I don't want to say, but when your kids are trying to push at you to get you to be that person and you're not doing that no more, you know you're changing.
Mm.
You know that you are changing because when you're not responding and harping, and then you know what I'm saying? Then you're just all in, like you've lost yourself. And I'm like, okay. And when you can respond this way, I know I'm changing because sometimes I'm like, am I really changing, Shelley? Have you made really the steps? Like, are you taking steps, even if you're not there? But do we ever get there? It's a process, I think. We do, but if we don't work at it every day, do you keep challenging yourself? No.
Yeah.
So
Takes the
when you
work.
can, It does. I will always work the rest of my life. But when you're not responding the way your old self, I'm like, okay, I know there's changing going on in here.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And they also say when these big transformations come, other stuff will come to try to sideways things. But that's when the doors are fixing to be wide open. I mean, I just believe that. I feel like there's stuff, like you were saying, Stephanie, when you get opportunities, you don't know what else. You don't know who else is listening. You don't know what else can go on in your life by just doing things to help you grow, like you told me earlier. Like it's so true because if we don't, as nervous as I was, now I'm starting to be like, okay, cool. I might look like a spaz on camera. I'm good. I mean, I mean, let's go. I'm starting to, at first, when you did all this, I'm like, oh my gosh. Inside, I'm thinking, man, this is going to be a long 30 minutes. Like,
But it's already 45. Look at that.
but is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, there you go. You were telling me, I'm like, oh gosh.
I
Okay, see.
know. You were asking how long, and I was like 30,
And
45,
look
sometimes an
at me,
hour.
right?
Well, that's what's the most fun about when you just connect with people and before you know it,
Gosh, yes.
I've had
Yes, I did.
3 hour conversations. I'm like, wow, 3 hours already.
I mean, that just says I was thinking I would not even make it 30. I didn't know it was already 45. Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
That's what's fun about the podcast conversations, right? Because it's just a back and
Yeah,
forth, like
right.
friends chatting, recorded.
Right.
What's it?
I like the conversation ones.
Me
I
too.
mean, ones that you're on the spot, I could do it like you were saying, but I think it there's life going, there's connections, and when you connect to somebody and the energy is flowing, man, it can change everything for people.
Yeah.
It can make things like they can be like, wow, like all these people that you've got coming on here, Stephanie, and your energy is just flowing out. Like people can just feel it coming out of the phone. That's that's powerful when that happens.
And this lights me up. Like when I used to work at jobs where you're just at the computer, I would literally be, that tired where you just can't even keep your eyes open.
Oh gosh, yes.
That was me at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, oh.
Oh
But
yeah.
if I had had the chance to do something like this, you probably would have seen me wake up like that, right?
Oh yeah, it's energizing.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a good thing. It's a good energy to have. And I'm just thankful like that you asked me. I'm very thankful. And you're doing amazing things too because you've helped me. Other people that I've listened to have helped and you can learn so much from each other. People don't realize open yourself up to hear somebody else's perspective, even if you don't agree with them and you're not where they're at or but still hear them because we can all learn from each other. There's
Hmm.
always something somebody can tell you, not how to do it, but just encouraging you, telling you you're doing good. That's what all you guys did for me on Kristen's is you guys would flood me with messages. Oh my gosh, Shelley, you're on it. Just keep going. You got this. Like, that is what people need.
Yeah.
Like, tell them they're doing good. Like, tell them like that you got them, that you're there. You might not live by me, but I'm a message away, you know?
That's what's so beautiful about the internet. I mean, there's so much stuff that we could say about it, but my goodness, the connections that we've been able to make with people all around the world.
That part is good, I will say, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of negative. There
Yeah.
is. It's all in how you handle it. I mean, put your phone. I've had to put my phone down where I'm just like, okay, I can't. Like, I'm just too. It's stressing me. I'm done. I've got myself kind of sideways on that, trying to set myself up on Facebook and all that digital. I'm like, oh no, okay, hold up. Because I'm like stressing nobody's liking my stuff, and I do that on the podcast because I've been getting a lot of plays, but I was saying that too. I stress out about people not liking it, or people aren't sharing, or people aren't following you, or nobody's saying nothing. But that's okay. You just have to keep going.
That can
You
really
have to
mess you
keep
up.
going.
Yeah.
It really it can, because you're like, man.
I don't even people have asked me what's your analytics for your listeners. I'm like I don't actually look at it because if I do, I know myself. I will get stuck. Oh, how come there's only
Yep.
that many? How come there's this?
Yep.
Oh, geez. As long as you're doing it. That's
You're right. Because you can get sideways. You have talked about that on Kristen's. How you had a period where you just almost didn't want to keep going with it because you were like, nobody was liking it, nobody was sharing it, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But we when we know, I mean, podcasting is probably made for everybody. Not everybody wants to do that, but the ones that really know and they want to talk to people, they want to feel like they can do a community, set connections up, they change people's lives,
Yeah.
you know.
We show up as
And
ourselves.
and that's all we have to do.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if we compare, which yes, I'm number one for that one too, um, is we won't do it.
Yeah.
Because we'll be like, man, okay, um, Julie and all them that get on there are amazing. I'm like, okay, I am not compared to that because she has beautiful words and beautiful things to say, and everybody does. And I'm like, ooh, what am I going to say? You know what I mean? But we can't let ourselves do that.
Yeah.
I'm Shelley, you're Stephanie, they're who they are, and we all bring something to the table. There's always something somebody can take from this.
And we're meant to show up as who we are because that's the beauty in this world, the mosaic of all of us having our unique giftings and talents and
Exactly.
energies and personalities.
Right. I mean, if you would have told me I'm going to be on the podcast like in November when I started on Noon Vibe, I'd be like, no. I mean, huh? I'm like, no, there's no way. No, that's not going to be part of my life. No. Okay. And
And
this
now
was
look
not
at you.
easy. And now all you're going to do is make me just be like, okay, all right. But it's really cool, and your energy helps people feel better because I was extremely inside nervous, but I was like, okay, Shelley, come on, like don't because I almost rescheduled. Right, I was like, you're not gonna do that.
Well,
You're
I
gonna be
told
like,
you I almost did that on when I was on a podcast. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I was going to cancel. Then it was so much fun though.
right. And then you just find out, wow, okay, you talked an hour. Good, Shelley. You probably talk all day. Because I could. I kept you on the phone forever, which I can't. I know I can't do that. But I did. I was on the phone with you. I was like, you're just so easy to talk to. And you can meet so many amazing people. That's one thing the internet has all over the world.
Yeah, it's
And
awesome.
and I've made a lot of people. I've met all you guys are just awesome. Like everybody is.
Well, Shelley, this was so much fun just chatting with you, and I know we could talk a lot
I
longer.
know. Yes, I
Um,
know.
I wanted to ask you if people want to reach out to you, like where can they find you on social media? Where are you most active?
Facebook, it's probably where they can. I'm not on TikTok a lot right now. I'm gonna get back to that. Um, I think my TikTok is on the Facebook, I believe. I'm going to add it, I think, on there, but it's Shelley Chancellor. I mean, that's what I'm under. And if they want to, they can message me on there. And because on the top of my head, I cannot remember my name on TikTok. I think I'm Auburn Girl 74, I think. Okay. Forgive me. I'm older and I'm blanked out. I did. I was like, what am I? I mean, they might be able to find me with Shelley Chancellor, but my at thing is like Auburn Girl
I'll put the
74.
I'll put the links in the show notes, so
Yeah.
I'll find you. I
So,
think I follow you
yeah.
anyways.
I think you do. So if you'll add it, that would be awesome. Yeah. So forgive me for not knowing the name,
And they
but
can find Simply Shelley on any of the
yes,
podcast apps.
They should be, yes, they should be able to. You can do the swellcast.com and then the little thing, Simply Shelley. But I think you type in Simply Shelley or Shelley Chancellor. But you
Yeah.
should be able to find me. And they're cool talks. And I would, it'd be awesome. I appreciate all you guys to like support. It'd be amazing. I'd be so thankful.
And do you have any words, anything you want to add or any words of wisdom you want to leave the listeners?
Just keep going. Don't quit. Because I've quit so many times. Don't stop what you're doing because others don't understand that either. Do what's in your heart, even if it's scary, because that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.
It was so much lovely. It was so much lovely. It was lovely having you on.
I love you. You're so
Oh,
amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
thank you. Thank you guys for
Yay.
listening
Thank
and
you.
sending love to you all. Bye.
Bye.